Hello, everybody.
Who's in custody? I can't see. It's very small.
Nathan Fredy.
And who is in Lina Lakes?
That's Francisco Villarreal.
Oh, that's with you? All right, let's do you first, Mr. Pollock. We will go in the record in the matter 23 CF 221, State of Wisconsin versus Francisco Villarreal IV. The state appears through Kevin Schmidt, District Attorney in person. We have Gabriel Pollock, Defense Counsel in person. Mr. Villarreal appears by video conferencing in custody in Lina Lakes Correctional Facility. We're set here today in this matter for a status conference. Mr. Pollock, please update the court.
Your Honor, I think we are close enough to resolution at this point that we could set the matter for a projected plea and sentencing. The primary issue in this case has simply been aligning logistics between the various facilities where Mr. Villarreal is incarcerated and the court. So I think I have times from the facility.
I do too. I remember.
So I think Mr. Villarreal and the state and myself are all very anxious to get this matter resolved. I think we're just looking for a plea and sentencing.
Can't do after 11 or before 1 and can't do after 3:30, but I think we can't do before 8:30. So I'll try and fit it in for the 5 minutes that we can do it. Okay.
Understood, Judge.
But how soon or close or when?
I think the court's convenience, Mr. Villarreal's in custody for some amount of time.
Okay. And Tuesdays are bad for you because they're Sawyer days.
If it has to be a Tuesday, I'll figure it out.
But Mondays are also bad, but I don't know if they're bad for you, but they were bad for McLaughlin because they're bail hearing days for Washburn.
I will.
I'm trying to remember.
I will work my calendar to make it happen.
This one's hard.
Yeah.
But at least it's not Harrington and remembering, okay, is it his church charitable day? Is it this blood giving day? I don't know. I can do Friday the 31st at 1:30. That should work in that precious
Yeah, that should be just fine.
time.
That should be just fine.
I missed the date and time.
January 31st at 1:30.
Oh.
Okay, that should work.
According to the facility hours of operation, 8 to 11, 12:15 to 3, that should be just fine.
12:15 to 3. They said not before 1.
That was
That's
before.
what they gave you new ones?
That was before the new person took over scheduling on January 6th.
Okay. Well, then I remember, no, then you didn't tell me the new stuff that I had to remember. Okay. All right. Well, so that should work.
Yeah,
Okay,
should be fine.
great. Then we'll do January 31st at 1:30. Hopefully that'll work. Good to go. We'll see you then. Mr. Villarreal, don't get sick. Mr. Pollock, don't get sick. Mr. Kevin Schmidt, don't get sick. All good. Okay? Thanks. We're adjourned. Now let's do, who was in, Nathan? Somebody was in custody? Nathan, yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. We'll get everybody in custody taken care of so everybody can get back to their normal course. We will go on the record in the matters 24 CM 141, 24 CM 158, State of Wisconsin versus Nathan Fredy. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. We have Mr. Fredy appearing by video conferencing in custody in Burnett County Jail. We have the state appearing in, I already said that. We have Joseph Rosenthal, Defense Counsel by video. We're set here today for a status conference. Mr. Rosenthal, please update the court.
Your Honor, I haven't had much discussions with my client recently. I wasn't aware he was in jail until just now. I do have an offer from the state. I just, have not had a lot of contact with my client.
What's the offer?
I believe it was plead to one of the operating after revocation charges. I would have to double check my email.
I don't even know why he's in custody.
And
I have a warrant in Barron County, Your Honor. I missed court there on accident.
All right, because I'm gonna say you're not on any cash for me.
I missed court in Barron County and my PO is gonna have me be here until I go to treatment in like probably a couple weeks, a month. She's trying to get all my court cases pushed back until after treatment. I don't know if she probably
Alright.
hasn't talked to you yet. I just talked to her yesterday. It's Leah.
Okay. So what is the offer? It's plead to one of the operating while revoked.
It's either plead to one of the OARs for costs, or if he gets his license, dismiss everything.
Well, it sounds like he's not gonna be able to get his license. He's gonna be in treatment for a while and doing other stuff. So the offer is probably plead to an OAR for costs.
I'd
That's
be willing
what
to
it
do that,
sounds-
Your Honor.
You wanna do that?
Yes.
Okay. And it sounds like you're gonna be in custody for a while, and I don't know if they're transferring you to Barron or if you're gonna be here for a little bit, but we can schedule it for, how about we can schedule it for tomorrow at 10:45 and get it taken care of. What do you think?
Sounds good to me.
The work, Mr. Rosenthal?
Tomorrow afternoon would work, Judge. I've got.
I can't tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, I've got a 9:30, 10:30, and then some client meetings at 11 and 1. Might be able to do something early in the morning tomorrow.
Yeah.
I gave you my time.
Okay.
Like, hey, I know you blew off client meetings for other judges, for other court things. You blew off my client meetings. So why don't you do that for me, huh?
Well, I know that thing went viral, Judge. I mean,
I know it did.
I might be able to move my 11 to noon. I mean, I can't move the 10:30, but I could maybe make 11 work and just reschedule.
I'm just trying to work for Mr. Fredy. Okay, well, ugh. Oh, wait. For some reason, my January 10th, tomorrow, my 1 o'clock was moved yesterday and it wasn't taken off my calendar. I can do 1 o'clock. I don't know why it wasn't taken off my calendar, but I can do 1.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There, see, everybody wins. That works. Mr. Fredy, how about 1 o'clock tomorrow?
I won't be doing anything. Sounds good to me, Your Honor.
Great. Excellent. 1 o'clock tomorrow. And that works for you, Mr. Rosenthal, and you don't have to move anything?
Yeah, I think I can move that 1 to like 1:30, and it's a misdemeanor plea, so I think we, probably won't take too long for us.
No, I mean, yeah, it won't take too, I'm gonna tell you, it'll be lickety split. It's an OAR. Boom, boom, boom.
Okay,
I'll get her done.
Sounds good. What's the court's preference for paperwork?
Nothing. You don't
Okay.
have to do anything. I'll take
Awesome.
care of it all.
Okay,
I
great,
got it.
great.
See,
Thank
this
you.
is one case and one thing with those things that where I'm like, it's loosey goosey. I can handle it. Okay.
Fair enough.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. We're adjourned.
What was the one that got moved?
The Latrell Paffel.
Okay.
Because we're not doing his plea anymore because he got new charges.
Okay.
Isn't Nathan in our jail?
I don't know. Is he in our jail?
I think
He was yesterday.
Well, then I guess I'm gonna have to get Mary. Our jail, our jail. Mr. Rosenthal, can you hear me?
I can't, Judge.
I'm being told that Nathan's probably in our jail. Oh, yes, he is in our jail. So I'm gonna get him. I need Nathan Fredy, please, in jail. All right, so I'm gonna put myself back into the waiting room. You can block yourself back out, and then we're gonna wait until the jail gets all good to go.
Okay.
Thank you. Ready? Okay, go. Okay, Mr. Rosenthal, they're getting him.
Sounds good.
He should be connecting now. But I'm gonna send him back and I'll get him right back and we'll see, because we have issues sometimes. I don't know what it is. And now I'm gonna say that they're just not gonna hear and they're not gonna see and they're not gonna hear and they're not gonna see. And I don't know what to do. Oh, Mary
You know, the nuclear button for that, right?
can't hear or see. I what? Have a nuclear button to go boom and get them out? Yeah, I can remove them, but I
I was
can't.
gonna say the nuclear button is tell the jail they have to be here in person.
I do have that, but
They would much less prefer that.
I know. I'm trying to go with the flow.
Do we have time, the budget to hire one of like those Jerry Springer cameramen that just like run down?
Yes. All right, Mary's going to call and see to see what's going on. So, because it doesn't matter what I do or what I say, and it doesn't matter how many times I click start your video. And I can't say start your,
Oh, there we
oh,
go.
there we go. But now they're gonna have to try it. Can you hear me? There you go. All right, thank you so much. Is the jail CO still there?
Negative.
Negative, Ghost Rider. All right, Mr. Fredy, can I ask you a favor?
What can I do for you, Your Honor?
When you are done entering your plea, can you please speak with whatever CO was in there, or if you have access to lieutenant or captain, can you please say every single time the jail comes in, every single time, it's always a black screen and no audio, and I can't hear or see, and you can't hear or see every single time with the jail.
I will tell them, Your Honor.
I appreciate that so much.
May I ask one favor in return?
To let you out.
Oh, that would be awesome, Your Honor. No, but when it's my turn after I plead, may I have a moment to ask a favor of the court before I enter?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I ask.
You will have an ability to speak. I will allow
Thank
you
you,
to
Your
do that.
Thank you,
All
Your
right.
Honor.
We will go on the record in the matter 24 CM 158, State of Wisconsin versus Nathan Fredy. The state appears through District Attorney Kevin Schmidt in person. Mr. Fredy appears by video conferencing in custody in Burnett County Jail. We have Joseph Rosenthal also appearing by video. We're set today in this matter for a plea and sentencing. Before I begin, Mr. Fredy, you're both appearing, you and your counsel are appearing by video conferencing. Yesterday, you stated that you were okay and you wanted to proceed by video and you were okay with your attorney proceeding by video for a plea and sentencing, even though you know that it is a right of yours to appear for a plea and sentencing in person. Are you still okay to appear by video?
Yes, Your Honor.
If at any time you have any questions or concerns and you need to speak with your attorney, let me know and I'll send you into a confidential breakout session, okay?
Understood.
And if at any time you cannot hear something or see something, do something to let me know so that I have an understanding that you've heard and understood everything that's went on here today, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so the parties have reached an agreement, and I believe it is to plead to count 1, operating while revoked, for a recommendation of costs only. Is that correct, Mr. Rosenthal?
Yes, Your Honor, that is my understanding of the agreement.
All right, so that is the agreement, Mr. Schmidt.
Yes.
Mr. Fredy, you wish to accept that agreement?
I do, Your Honor.
How old are you?
43.
Can you read, write, and do you understand the English language?
I do, Your Honor.
Have you had any drugs, alcohol, or other medications in the last 24 hours?
Negative, Your Honor.
Any mental illnesses or disorders?
No, Your Honor.
Do you understand that you have certain constitutional rights, and once you plead guilty, you're waiving and giving up those rights?
I do understand all of them, Your Honor.
You understand you would have the right to go to trial You'd have the right to have your attorney cross-examine the state's witnesses or call witnesses to testify for you. You would have the right to testify on your own behalf or remain silent and not have your silence used against you. You would have the right to have that jury trial in which 12 of your peers would need to reach a unanimous decision as to a guilty verdict or find you not guilty. And you would also have the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand all of those rights you're giving up here today?
I understand them completely, Your Honor.
You understand that if you're not a citizen of the United States, your plea could result in your deportation.
I understand that, Your Honor. I'm a citizen.
Do you understand? I'm sorry, I have to ask that to everybody.
I understand. No worries.
Do you understand that as to count one, operating a motor vehicle while revoked, the state would have to prove on or around July 29th, 2024 in Burnett County, Wisconsin, while being a person whose operating privileges have been revoked pursuant to Wisconsin law, you did operate a motor vehicle on a highway during such revocation period or thereafter, which that revocation resulted due to a violation of Wisconsin law. Do you understand what the state would have to prove?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand the maximum possible penalty could be a fine of up to $2,500 or imprisonment of up to 1 year in the county jail or both?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand that the recommendation to the court is for the court to assess costs only, but that I don't have to follow that?
I do, Your Honor.
Said differently, I could sentence you all the way up to the maximum possible penalty if I thought it was warranted. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you still wish to proceed and enter a guilty plea?
I do, Your Honor.
Are you admitting here today that you operated a motor vehicle while your operating privileges have been revoked?
Yes, Your Honor.
And did you know that they were revoked?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Mr. Rosenthal, may the court use the criminal complaint, the probable cause section, along with the statement made by Mr. Fredy to find a factual basis?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Fredy, has anyone made any threats or any promises to you for you to enter a guilty plea here today?
No, Your Honor.
You're doing so freely and intelligently, telling the court you fully understand what you're doing?
Yes, of my own free will.
And so voluntarily, okay. And are you satisfied with your attorney's services?
Very much so.
Do you have any questions for the court or for your attorney before I proceed?
Just for the court, about my cash bond that I paid. I've been a colossal screw up lately, and I apologize. But I'm married, and it's one good thing I have in my life, and I don't have any money on my books here to call my wife and talk to her. And I was wondering, instead of having my bond, it's like $250, I think, forfeited to the fine. So I was wondering if maybe I could please have it sent to me to the jail so I could have it applied to my books so I could call. And then
I
coming
don't have any money.
oh, there is.
Oh, is it from the other matter? It's in the other case? Or has it been forfeited?
I don't think it's forfeited.
All right. All right. I understand your request, and other than that, any other questions?
Negative, Your Honor.
Okay, so as to count one, operating while revoked, how do you wish to plead?
Guilty.
Court will find your plea of guilt is done knowingly, intelligently, and voluntarily. I will find that you understand your constitutional rights and what it means to waive and give up those rights. I'll find a factual basis to accept your plea of guilt. Based on that, I will find you guilty of count one. The remaining counts, as well as the other case, will be, there is another case, isn't there? Yep, the other case will be dismissed and read in for purposes of sentencing. A judgment of conviction will be entered today. Argument and sentencing recommendation, Mr. Schmidt.
I think cost is appropriate because both cases are OAR. He's in jail. He can't get a license. That's all.
All right. Mr. Rosenthal.
Your Honor, I think the joint recommendation is fair and reasonable. It's a traffic status offense. Typically, no jail or probation is involved in these types of cases. So we would ask the court to accept the joint recommendation.
All right, Mr. Fredy, anything that you want to say or you want to add to the court?
You guys have been very fair and I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Fredy. Mr. Fredy, this is not the most serious case. They're operating after revoked with some bail jumps from other matters and other cases. So again, not the most serious cases. Obviously, you have other open matters somewhere else. And you must be sitting, and aren't you going somewhere else after I'm done here? You're waiting to go somewhere else?
I'm going to treatment, Your Honor. So I'm just waiting for
But
my
who's
PO.
holding you? Barron County's holding you?
I think I have a warrant there, but my PO is getting it, is gonna get it quashed, I think, so I can go to treatment here in a couple weeks.
All right. So you're being held from Barron County's warrant because you're not being held on my cash. So you must have more serious things going on elsewhere other than an operating while revoked. So I have to look at how serious this is. Yeah, and I have to look at your criminal history, and I have to look at you and your needs for rehabilitation, and needing to protect the public. Here, I would like you to get your driver's license. I would hope for you to get your driver's license, but it doesn't look like you have the ability to get your driver's license in any time in the near future. So this is the option, and this is the route that you chose to go, is to plead to the charge and to go to treatment, and to get your life straightened out, which I think is commendable. So I will follow the recommendation as it relates to costs only. I understand your plea, Mr. Fredy. I understand your plea of wanting money, needing money to have on the books, etc. Two reasons why I can't do that. One is because the bail is to be used for court costs and fees. Two is because this is a court-appointed attorney. I'm not having the county pay for your attorney's bill.
I would still pay it, Your Honor. I just wanted, like, I still get my pension every month from the military. I mean, I'll still pay it. It's weeks and weeks away, and I haven't been able to talk to my wife. I mean, I understand what you're saying.
Nate and Your Honor, there might be a workaround here. What I can do is just set up a call with you in jail, like on Monday. And then if you want to give me your wife's number, I can relay a message to her. And I won't, I understand that's not really legal. I won't bill the court for that or anything, but I could just have a quick call with you, maybe Monday or so, Nate.
That'd be fine. Thank you.
Okay.
Because if you're getting your pension, then you're getting money, and then you should be able to get money on your books.
In 3 weeks. That's the only thing, Your Honor. It's just 3 weeks away. So 2 weeks, 2.5, 3. I just wanted to call her and talk to her before then. I understand though. I mean, whatever.
All right. Well, Mr. Fredy, here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do. You swear, you promise you're gonna pay?
My word.
I can't give you all the money back because I have to look out for the best interests of the county, because it is a county paid appointment. And I have to ensure that that's going to be paid and court costs and fees are going to be paid. But what I'm willing to do, I'm assessing the $443 in court costs. I'm not going to assess a fine or anything like that. What I will do is I will direct that only $200 of your bail be applied to the court costs or your county attorney bill, whatever we do first. And $50 can be remitted back to you to be put on your jail bill. Yes.
I'm so sorry. I'm grateful, Your Honor, but I had to get collected on warrants. And so there's a $50 collection fee. So even if you put that in there, I would have nothing. I mean, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. And I mean, could you do 100 so that I can at least,
I don't understand. No, because I don't know what's going on with the collection fee.
They take $25 for every time you get picked up on a warrant. It's happened twice for me, and they take it the minute any money comes into your books. So that'd be $50. So that would be the 50 that you would. I mean, if you could do 100, that would allow me, ma'am, and I promise you I'll pay it back. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm telling you the 100% truth. I'm not fibbing.
Do you live on Welch Road in
Webster?
How long have you lived there?
3 years, 2.5 years.
Where did you live before that?
Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin.
How long have you lived in Wisconsin?
My whole life, except when I was in the Marine Corps.
Cell phone ends in 1482?
That's correct.
All right. Do you understand that somebody who has failed to pay their court costs and fees, they just sat 3 weeks for failing to pay? Do you
I
understand?
understand.
I will have you sit 3 weeks. I can have you sit up to 6 months. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor.
You understand that if you don't pay your court costs and fees and you don't pay your attorney's bill, I will issue a warrant and you will sit a long time. Do you understand that?
I do, Your Honor, completely.
I take my duty and my role very seriously, and I take my responsibility to my county and my state very seriously, and that means collection of the fines and fees and the attorney's fees. So you better pay, okay?
Yes, Your Honor, thank you.
Or you will sit time. So what I will direct the clerk to do is $100, all but $100 will be applied. And then you can receive $100. But I'm going to tell you right now, Mr. Fredy, that if you do not pay, a warrant will be issued and you will sit substantial time.
I understand, Your Honor.
All right. So you do get your pension and you can direct your wife to ensure that it gets paid monthly or at least or probably paid off right away.
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you understand that Mr. Rosenthal will be issuing his bill to the county very shortly, and that you are responsible to pay off that entire bill?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're going to pay off that entire bill, and you're going to do so shortly after receipt, and that I don't have to collect it and I don't have to search you down.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right. You have 20 days to appeal. Should you fail to appeal within 20 days, you do lose that right. I am ordering DNA. You have the right to have that expunged by a written letter to the Department of Justice. Mr. Schmidt, what am I missing?
Nothing from me.
Mr. Rosenthal,
Nothing from me, Your Honor. Thank you.
please get your bill to me ASAP. Mr. Rosenthal,
Okay.
Mr. Fredy, I will be watching this payment very carefully and personally. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor, I understand completely. May I ask how long it'll take them to get it there to the jail?
The money, I'm not really sure. I don't know. Couple days probably.
Thank you, Your Honor. Grateful.
All right. Well, it is a Friday, so I'm not sure exactly. So,
Understood.
all right, Mr. Fredy, if you let me down, do not let me down.
I don't think I want to. No, Your Honor.
If you know anything about me, if you heard anything about me, you do not want to let me down.
No. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you. We
Goodbye.
are adjourned.
I'll let the jail know about the black screen.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Mr. Rosenthal.
No problem.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.